It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from London Beer Factory, and it's a can of their Jungle Trip. It's a pale ale coming in at 5.3% ABV. A New England pale ale coming in at 5.3% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. It's part of the new Tesco range of craft beers as of March 2021. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass. See what we get. Lots of comments. I've already started reviewing these beers then on the channel, the new Tesco craft beers, and some of you have been able to drink all of the range already. I hear that there's mixed reviews for this beer. Some people really liking it, some people are saying that it's a bit wishy-washy. I have been reading your comments. I'm going to make my own judgment on the beer now. We have a 3-finger whitehead hazy looking beer. Slow moving carbonation rolling up the side of the glass. Just for the price point, I understand if you've got a club card it's £2 a can. If you haven't got a club card it's £2.40. I have got a club card but I forgot to waive it, so I lost out. I bought fish and all sorts, and if I waived my club card I probably would have saved myself about £5. But anyway, that's Tesco for you. You can buy fish, or you can buy beer, or you can buy it all at the same time. Yeah, a strawish coloured hazy beer. Let's get the aroma. Well, it smells pretty good to me. The aroma's pretty tidy. I think you have to take into account that price point, that £2.40 price point. And we are in more difficult times now. I think the whole reason for the drop in the price point, I've said it in a previous review, is there's a lot of people who've lost their jobs in this current situation, and £3 a can, it might be a bit of a stretch for some. So I think the reasoning and the thinking behind bringing it down to £2 a can if you've got a club card is, it's all down to price. It's still giving beer to the masses in uncertain times. Pretty decent beer to the masses. I hope it's pretty decent beer. Another thing with the comments as well, some people like the fact that I reflect price point, some people don't. I'd rather say that this beer's been made to sit on the shelf at £2 a can with a club card, rather than just go into this review not knowing the price and going into it blind, and you know, some people might think it's a £3 can of beer when it's £2, and of course when it's £2 the margins are so much tighter. Anyway, boring stuff out the way, let's dive in. That's alright. That's alright. That is okay. Better than the Vocation Tree Hopical. Much better than the Vocation. The Vocation was a real shocker, to be honest. That is, of course, the Vocation Tree Hopical sits on the same range as this in Tesco. Batch by batch might change. If you're watching this review in 6 months' time, the batch of this might be good, it might be bad. The Vocation batch that was bad that I had might be good. So I think take it, I mean, if you're going out and buying these beers brand new, then you're going to probably have the same batch as me. But if you're watching this in 6 months' time, then you need to kind of make your own minds up, because it'll be a completely different batch of beer. And I can probably tell you that Vocation will probably tweak their recipe on the Tree Hopical, and they'll probably improve it. just concentrating on this beer alone, it's not bad. For that price point of £2, it's really not bad. It's got a lovely hop character. Yes, it's a little bit thin, but I think that actually works in the beer's advantage. It makes it very drinkable. It makes the beer very refreshing. I think they've done a really, really good job here on producing this beer for the price point. And, you know, if I had a barbecue, now we're going into spring and summer season now, and you can guarantee that Tesco will be stocking this beer for the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. It'll be for the summer season. It's a nice gauge for me. I have friends around every now and again, of course. I've got my beer machines out there that I can give them a couple of pints of. But if I want a session in the garden of something hoppy and something grapefruity, knowing that you can pick up 4 cans of this for £8, and you can have a session in your garden all afternoon for £8 at that 5.3% ABV, lovely kind of drinkable, not going to be swaying in the wind too much ABV. You know, you're going to be able to drink 4 cans of this. At least I can anyway, quite comfortably. You drink at your own pace, your own discretion. But yeah, this is for me the ultimate for price, for drinkability. This is a really good sitting in the beer garden, sitting in your garden on a sunny Sunday afternoon beer. It really is. Passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, all of them lovely flavours. There's a bit of oat in there. You can feel the oat, the creaminess of the oat, giving a lovely mouthfeel. There's a little bit of biscuit and light wafer malts coming through. Yeah, they worked really hard, London Beer Factory. I've been pretty hard on this brewery in the past. I've been pretty hard to the point where I at one stage I didn't want to drink any of their beer anymore. But things changed when I drank their Tia, their Imperial Stout. I thought that was a really good beer, and they followed that up with a really good beer in Jungle Trip. So well done to London Beer Factory. Always independent here, always have an open mind. Never kind of like, I never go into a beer review thinking, oh man, I've got to drink this beer from this brewery now. You know, breweries change their brewers on a kind of a regular basis. They always look to improve things, and I'm going to applaud London Beer Factory for actually smashing it out the park with this one. Jungle Trip, fresh pine and fleshy grape aromas intermingle, while grapefruit citrus flavours explode as Summit and Comet hops rumble, all supported by a sweet beaming yellow malt bill and fruity fermenting yeast, a far out tropical flavour voyage of refreshment. Hops are Nelson Sauvin, Summit, Comet and Columbus. The malt is Golden Promise, oats, wheat and dextrin, and the yeast is Verdant IPA yeast. Honestly, I really, for the price point, so far, I'm even going to say this goes right up there with the Northern Monk. This goes right up there with the Northern Monk. I'd pick up a couple of cans of the Northern Monk, the new IPA. I'd pick up a couple of cans of this. Job done. Job done. Finally, after the last couple of beers that have been fantastic, London Beer Factory are competing with the big boys. Congratulations. I actually like that enough. I'm that bowled over by this beer that I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 beer from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.